when we think of this idea of West Hollywood, you know, West Hollywood has been branded as the city for gays. And so when you say we don't have any space there, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I mean, how do y'all feel? Y'all go to West Hollywood, don't you?
Oh, I definitely kind of affirm the narrative.
Okay.
Whoa.
But that,
From a gay male perspective, is a little bit different though than like Palms and you know other places that were available. So I don't really know what the lesbian scene is like in West Hollywood or if it exists. So I'm curious about what it is like today.
It's really hard. We have to fight for space, for sure, because, I mean, WeHo is mainly for white gay men because they know that they spend money. And then men of color have to fight for a space because they think as soon as they start playing their music, or what they think is their music with our music, as soon as we play a little bit of hip hop, they think, oh, we're gonna get this type of demographic in here and we don't want that at our space. So it's hard to get space for anybody, but especially for lesbians because they don't look at us as people that spend money. I was one of the only parties on Santa Monica Boulevard for women. So it's really hard because we always have to fight for space in an area where we're supposed to already have it.
Do you see that changing?
What it's gonna take to change is more women being able to own property over there. That's really what it is. One of my friends is an investor in the property where I had the women night, and that's the only reason why I got that opportunity, is because as the only woman investor on that street, she said, I'm not gonna put money in unless you guys create a girls' night. And so I'm hoping that from that space, more nights can be created for us.
You don't have to be a woman to provide, you know, space.
LA is just real unique because people here, like the gays or whoever you are, we go everywhere. We go to every party, we show up everywhere. And so I think having a lesbian bar isn't as in demand here as it is in other spaces. And that's why I get booked everywhere but LA. LA is where I feel the least supported, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is this term? What is it? Celesbian? So explain that. Okay.
Okay, a celesbian is a celebrity lesbian.
Okay.
I don't think I'm included in that.
No,
So
why
I can't
not?
really speak for that. I'm not a celebrity. I might be known because of social media.
You're bigger
but-
than a celebrity.
So what's the difference? What's the
Content
difference in
creators are bigger than
celebrity and
celebrities
internet
nowadays.
famous? And how do you name yourself, if at all?
I know, when people ask me what I do, it's really a tough answer. I just say an activist.
You're an artivist.
I hear that.
That's what you are. You're an artivist.
Thank you.
That's definite.
Blushing? Because I want to hit my soul.
Young people
Thank you,
now,
Cheryl.
You
Yeah,
guys
that's
are
a good
really,
one,
you
Cheryl.
guys
Yeah,
are really,
coined
And I'm
new-
bright,
new
so you can
term.
see that.
we love it. Bright. I love you for not saying light skin.
Yeah, real bright, yeah.
No, it's the power that really exists in your hands now, and you all are marching forward with it. So,
And there's the
Own it.
representation is so few.
Yeah.
Do you know Stormy DeLarvey? Stormy is considered the person who actually started the Stonewall riots.
Oh.
A black lesbian, and
Right.
it's I don't know anyone. I heard it on Clubhouse.
Yeah, no, I know. You know, I'm a Stonewall ambassador, and we did a documentary where all of us were, like Lance Bass and a lot of big celebrity gays were able to take voices of the interviews that the people from Stonewall, right? And of course for me, I was like, with the history, I know that there is a black lesbian that was a big part of this. I could not find her. It was like she was erased from the history. So my voice became a white lesbian. I represented for I used the voice of a white lesbian that was beating a cop that was beating her girlfriend. And it was just to hear these voices of people, the interviews of the people that were there and what they went through, it's crazy. Like, I feel like all of us were in tears. If you ever want to see it, y'all should watch. It's called Stonewall Out Loud. It's very moving.
Wow.
But yeah, that's one thing I think as black masculine lesbians, our history's being erased. And that was the one thing that I got attacked on. I think I was talking to you about it on Instagram like last week. It's just trying to keep space for us ends up being a problem for everyone.
We'll take
Yeah.
it.
I'm trying to give y'all black history, and you are mad because you always want to take over our spaces, and we only have this much left.
And what was that word? Because I think it's an important word for you to say out loud.
Stud.
Yes.
Stud was created as a way to explain a Black lesbian's experience from her counterparts, white lesbians, because it's a very different experience that we have versus anyone else. And so we created the term stud. There was also fish, and we renamed dyke, right? It was bull dyke. It was a negative.
Those are my terms back in my day.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, we're trying to carry it forward.
Okay.
And using it as a way to empower ourselves, right? Just like we took the N-word, right? And so when I made a educational video saying that, hey, like, other categories, you can't use stud because stud is not only not for everybody, but it's actually only for a specific type of lesbian. And everybody got mad.
Interesting.
But I said what I said, and I dropped the mic.
John's mic. Okay, well, we're going to pick the mic back up. So what's your advice to the gabies that are like coming up in the social media world and how to help them with like TikToks and everything else?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I always say the same thing, like, create content that you feel good about, and like, don't be afraid to be your true authentic self. Because after a while, it'll be,
Oh, we got something for you.
oh yes. Hey, yes, outfit.
This is delicious. What is it?
Daring to be different.
So what I have for you all today is a Crown Royal Old Fashioned. And so it's mixed with simple syrup, bitters, and a little bit of orange zest. And it's for the woman who's ground in her truth and speaks for women like me. And it inspires the next generation.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at there.
Wait, oh.
Cheers. Y'all get me emotional over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. We can't cheers with that because it's bad luck. Take it back. Take it back.
I'm cheers.
Okay, we just don't want to,
You're
curse
okay.
Miss Cheryl.
You're okay, baby. Don't. Yeah.
That's good. That's delish.
But I feel like my platform is a good introduction for the gabies. Y'all know the gabies.
Yeah, little baby.
The little
Explain.
baby, yeah, the little gay babies,
Got
right?
it.
People trying to find themselves or come out.
Do you mean like children, or do you mean just like teenagers and?
I think everybody that is like maybe has questions of their sexuality or who they are, or how they want to present in the world is kind of like encompassed in that word. We can find a better word, but like that's kind of that's them right now. So I feel like I'm a good introduction for them, as well as I do make a lot of content for like the grown and sexy people. But like, so some of my how-tos are like I have made videos about sexual experiences, like how to give good head and how to strap and take care of your toys properly and things like that. Yeah.
What about parents, our gabies? And have you done any videos about parenting? Because I keep thinking, when I came out at 17, and I went back in, and now I'm not getting in no box. That's where I'm at, right? But at 17, I remember just brushing it off. My whole thing was to hurt my mother in any way possible.
Yeah.
And I just came to that conclusion. But I recently, now at this stage, after having a child, and I could have got the worst parent award, right? And he's no longer with us right now. He got his wings. But my mother recently, she said, it was really hard for me. Mama, come on. Now I wasn't all that. And then I looked and said, you needed a support group, didn't you? What about support groups for parents with kids that are trying to find their sexuality, find out?
Well, let me say two things. One thing that is unfortunate is that when some of us, no matter what age it is, comes out, our parents tend to make that about themselves.
Yes.
Right? And it isn't about them.
Right.
And so that's why I've made a lot of videos helping the younger generation on how to come out and how to combat that, right? Because our parents naturally always want to live through us and want us to do the things that like they didn't get to do. But that applies these unnecessary pressures for no reason. And just because my sexuality might be a little different than you thought, doesn't mean I'm still not gonna be that person to meet all these goals and make a positive impact in this world, right? And so that is an unfortunate thing that I know a lot of my followers go through, and that's why I make these videos on, okay, if you think your parents might react in this, maybe try this, or maybe wait till you move out. Different ways on how to strategize on coming out so they can feel safe, right? But I do have to say that I get DMs more than any other DMs from parents saying that they love my content because it helped them understand their child or understand how to approach them or talk to them or just understand the lifestyle so they can be like, whoa. Because the thing is, I want to be a stereotype breaker so that people realize we have more in common than differences.
Yes.
Like we all go through heartbreak,
Yes.
right? We all go through like, you know, maybe being upset with our parents or grieving or whatever, right? So then making content where everybody can feel it.